I'm not gonna feel too bad about it because I have to read so much today, okay? Hey y'all, my name is Nat. I hope you're having a terrific day today. And for this video, we're gonna be swapping out my screen time for reading time. All right, before we get to anything bookish, make sure to hit like and subscribe down below, as well as tell me in the comments, what's your screen time currently at for today? Yeah, I'm gonna call you all out, as well as myself, which is exactly what this video did. I actually was working on editing this video only to realize I never filmed an intro. But hi, I am taking part in that ongoing trend of swapping the screen time from my phone for reading time. These numbers are based on the week prior to when I filmed this, and seeing as how it was a bit of a last minute decision to film this video, these numbers are pretty accurate and somewhat unforgiving. I did take the time to go through and subtract out camera time because that would be me filming like I am right now. And then I also subtracted any reading time where I was reading a novel. Whether I was reading an ebook or listening to an audiobook and left the screen on, that was also subtracted because I was actively reading even if it was on my phone. What I did not subtract was any reading for fanfics, which kicked my butt on Saturday. I'll tell you that now. All right, so cue the actual vlog now. Good morning. So I got about 20 minutes in. Also, hi, it's Monday. It's the start of this video. I'm still not awake yet, if you can't tell. But I started into Vampires of El Norte. Honestly, all books I'm gonna be reading in this video are books that I have to get read for videos that aren't this. That's sort of what this is a way to force myself to read these books. So I won't talk too much about my thoughts. I started into Vampires of El Norte. I already really enjoy the characters. I love the atmosphere of Cañas's work, and I'm intrigued by the romance. I'm actually tabbing this. You can't really see it. I just hit myself in the face. I'm tabbing this and I've already had a few. Usually I get up in the morning and I like hop up, take Faith for a walk, but I need reading time and I was told audiobooks don't count. So I need physical reading time, which means I went and sat on my patio to read for a little bit. Anyway, I will talk to y'all again later today. I just wanted to do this very fast update so I could give you a heads up about how we have started so far. And the 20 minutes I read. Hello. Josh says hi as well.
Hi.
I currently have read an hour and I have done a little bit of work into Fastest Way to Fall by Denise Williams. And I'm gonna try and read for the next 2 hours while he plays video games. See if I can do this. I don't have faith in myself. That's really sad actually because this is literally the first day and this one today is not that heavy. This is gonna go great. I just know it. Hello, we are at the end of today's reading. I actually surpassed it by 7 minutes. I told Josh he has to tell me to stop reading because I have like 40 pages left of this book and I am so enthralled. I am so desperate for something specific to happen, but I don't think it's gonna happen until like close to the end and I need to go to bed. I will be up for another hour if I try and push through and I should not be doing that. On that note, I got 7 minutes ahead for tomorrow, and then I will be finishing this tomorrow morning as soon as possible. Good morning. Hello, I have once again gotten up early and stayed home to physically read this morning, which is so weird. I tried so hard to get on the trend of going to take Faith for a walk in the morning, and now that I'm breaking it, it feels really strange. Anyway, I wanted to get this filmed while I was doing my hair because otherwise I'm not gonna film this update this morning. But I read for 30 minutes. I have 15 pages left of Fastest Way to Fall. I'm freaking loving this book. It is so damn cute. I think today I need to hit like 2 hours and 55 minutes. We were 7 minutes over yesterday. So, you know, I'm gonna let that count for today. Also, I'm going to my brother's tonight as per usual, and that means I won't have as much time to physically read tonight. So I need that little bit of extra help. I'm definitely gonna read on my lunch break. I'm determined. I'm gonna do it so that I can actually get some more in, and then hopefully I won't have to stay up super late tonight. I really don't want to. I didn't sleep super great last night. Not because of Sam for once, surprisingly. I could not stay asleep for whatever reason. I'm gonna have to take Fastest Way to Fall with me, and then also Vampires of El Norte. So I will definitely be finishing Fastest Way to Fall, and then I'm determined to continue into Vampires of El Norte. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Let's talk about the fact that I utterly failed yesterday. So I am going to be rolling over like 2 hours of reading time today. That's awesome. Can't wait. I wasn't even at my brother's very late. It's just, I don't know, I was like super wiped out last night, and then I came home, I took a shower. I was like holding on by a thread in the shower. So then I laid down and just like passed out. Like Josh was still getting ready for bed in the bathroom. The light was still on and everything. And I was out. I already was sort of pushing like 4 hours today. Can't wait. But I did finish The Fastest Way to Fall yesterday. I really enjoyed it. It was so cute. The ending was just adorable. I thought the reunion of the two characters was so sweet. The way the epilogue was done was just made my heart happy. This morning I did get up early and continue with Vampires of El Norte, and I am enjoying that. Though it's sold as horror, it like is a very romance focused story. So I am really into the romance so far. I really like both main characters, and I appreciate the fact that both of them constantly are being reminded of this feeling that, can you chill? Are both being reminded of this feeling they had when they were younger, but due to circumstances, they can't see each other anymore. They both just have this longing going on. I am really into it. But at the same time, there's like something creepy happening. There's something weird going on. I think the author does a great job in managing both those genres, but like making them flow together very well. Anyway, so my plan for today, I'm gonna take off work a little bit early so I can try to get some more reading in. I also am not gonna be filming this afternoon, which is not super great because I do need to be filming, but thankfully I got ahead on editing on Monday. I'm gonna take Vampires of El Norte with me to work. Maybe I'll manage to read something on my lunch break. I always say maybe because a lot of the time I end up socializing. Hey guys, so like I said earlier, I attempted to read some on my lunch break. So I think I'm at maybe like an hour and 20 minutes, hour and a half. I also mentioned I took the afternoon off because I knew nothing was gonna be happening this afternoon, meaning I can keep reading into Vampires of El Norte. I have actually been annotating this. I'm really enjoying it. I will give Kanyas this. She can write longing so well. Oh my gosh. Just desperation for the other person that you can feel in both of their perspectives is amazing. I love it. I love it. I really want to know though, what is happening in the latter half of this book for it to be constituted as horror, because right now this is a historical romance. I think it's a very interesting setting for a historical romance, but
Where's the horror? I'm intrigued. Anyway, like I said, I am going to continue reading into this. I will have to film an update when I hit the halfway point, which will probably happen tonight. So I think I'll just put that off for the time being. And when I hit the halfway point, I will stop. Next, I think I'll start into City of Brass. Hi friends, so I hit the halfway point into Vampires of El Norte, which means I need to film an update for that video. So we're gonna put that on pause. I have about 4 hours left on my timer. So much time. I'm gonna start into City of Brass, like I said. I went ahead and I got my annotation guide down. My period started, so I got dressed down into some comfortable clothing. I am gonna lay out on this couch until Josh gets here and get back into this. Excited, but nervous. Let's get this show on the road. Hello, this is just a fast update. I got a chapter of City of Brass read earlier before Josh came home, and we made dinner, ate dinner, just watched some of My Hero, and while he is working on homework, I am going to continue reading City of Brass. I think I'm halfway there. I really don't want to be up super late, so we'll see how this goes.
Good morning. Not super surprisingly to me, I did not manage to read all that I needed to read yesterday. I didn't sleep super great last night because my cramps were awful. Oh my God, I don't know what is going on, but my cramps have been so bad. But when I woke up early, I was like, you know, I am gonna be nice to myself. I am gonna be lazy, which is why I am wearing just eyeliner today. I kind of shortened my usual morning routine so that I had more reading time. So I think I've already hit about an hour. I do not know how much I am supposed to be reading today. I'm pretty sure it's around 5 hours, which is a lot because I also need to film and edit would be great, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. So I did continue reading into City of Brass last night. I got to page 126. I'm annoyed that I stopped in the middle of a chapter, but I was so tired. I could not keep my eyes open anymore, only for, you know, my body to then keep me awake half the night. So that was really frustrating. Like I said, I was nice to myself. So I decided to read Spy Family Volume 3. I just wanted something easy. I was not awake yet. My brain was not online. I read the entirety of this, which again took me about an hour. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. I'm really hoping I don't roll over a ton of time into the weekend because I already have like pushing 7 hours on Saturday and Sunday. I guess that's one benefit of this challenge is that it's showcasing to me how much time I waste on my phone that I could be reading, especially when there are times like these when I need to be reading. This afternoon, I will film my update for Vampires of El Norte, and then I can continue into that tonight. That's the current plan. Because this is fine so far. Like, it's kind of interesting, but I'm not super in love with any of the characters yet, which I think is probably going to be a detriment for me because I'm such a character-based reader. Unless one of them starts growing on me here soon, like, that's going to be a problem. Whereas for Vampires of El Norte, I'm loving it. It is so freaking good. Adore Nestor. Oh my God, that man has my whole heart. Anyway, I officially need to go because I gotta get to work. Love you, bye.
Hey y'all, good morning. So I failed again yesterday. Not super surprised, honestly. So I had like an hour and a half, which I'm rolling over into today, which sucks because I was already pushing like 6 hours. But on that note, I did wake up a little bit earlier and I read for as long as I possibly could. I'm literally filming this like about to walk out the door. I finished Vampires of El Norte this morning. Really enjoyed this. This was so freaking good. Oh my God. I finished it and I immediately knew what my rating was gonna be, which does not happen often. I had so many annotations in it too. The romance was just chef's kiss. So I have at least an hour read, but I am gonna try and continue into City of Brass. I didn't really read any of this yesterday because I more so focused on Vampires of El Norte. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm like not super excited to get back into it, but I'm going to. That's it. I gotta go. I gotta head to work. So I'll talk to y'all later and hopefully get something read today. Hello again. So obviously, since it's Friday, you know, I thought I'd treat myself and take off work a little bit early. Not the biggest of deals, honestly. So I've gotten home, I just made a cup of coffee, and I am ready to buckle down and continue reading into City of Brass. I'm not super excited for this, if I'm being completely honest, and if I am really starting to drag on it, I might put this down and pick up something else which I am more in the mood for. Namely, right now, I really want to pick up Cackle. I was planning to reread that in October, but I watched Mary's review video of it earlier, and now it's just like, it reminded me of everything I love about that book, and now I really, really want to pick it up. We'll see how this goes. Hi, yeah. I'm gonna take a break. It's not even that I'm not really feeling it, it's that I'm super confused. I actually just posted to my Instagram stories and I'm gonna wait and see if somebody can kind of help me follow what's happening a little bit better, because as of right now, I'm just lost. That's really surprising because I felt as though I had a solid grasp on things. I already know a lot of the fantastical terminology being tossed at me, but like in the context of this world and the politics and the history, I am lost. So until I get a better grasp on that, I'm gonna put this down and, you know, I'm just gonna ride the wave and start my reread of Cackle.
Hello. I can't tell if I'm blurry or if my contacts are blurry. I've been trying to read more of City of Brass. I'm just not feeling it. I do not care about these characters at all. A romance has popped up and I don't like it. It's so sudden and so unexpected, and I don't like it. It's weird and I don't care. The way another character is being written is like grinding my gears so much. I am so freaking sad, y'all. Like, really though, I'm very upset that I'm not liking this, but it's just not working for me. I'm very surprised. I really thought I was gonna love this series, but it's just not doing it. I'm bummed right now. That's just like the best way to describe how I'm feeling, and I'm also just tired. Which might be why I'm being whiny, and also why I'm being lazy and filming in this position, because I'm laying on the couch and Sam is like right under me. He's right here. And I didn't want to have to move to wake him up. I have like 4 hours left. I have 4 hours left to read tonight. And like part of me is thinking, Nat, just give up. Just go to bed. You're tired. I've been tired like all week. But the rest of me is like, no, you already have 7 hours to read tomorrow. You don't want to add to that. You don't want to do it. And I don't want to do it, but I think I might have to, because I don't know if I'm going to make it 4 hours. I really don't. Anyway, this is just me being whiny. I think I'm going to DNF City of Brass. I'm really sad. Like, I don't know if I've ever been so sad about DNFing a book. This is definitely going to be in my top disappointments for the year, because this was a 5-star prediction. And I don't care.
Good morning. So it's Saturday. I, unsurprisingly, did not read for my full 7 hours last night because I was freaking tired. I did hit almost the halfway point into Cackle. So rolling over what was left over of yesterday into today, I'm supposed to read like 9 hours. That is so much time. I have plans tonight. I gotta shower, do a little bit of cleaning up around the house. Technically, it would be great if I got some editing done, but I don't think that's gonna happen today. For now, I have some Halloween lo-fi playing. I have made my coffee and I'm gonna buckle down and finish Cackle. Hello, this is probably a first for me doing a update while I have a face mask on. I'm like running low on time and I need to start on my next book. So I figured like, I'll just suck it up and we're gonna film this. I finished out Cackle. It was everything I needed. It just put me in such a positive mood that I was like, you know, I just wanna go take a nice shower, treat myself, do a face mask, shave my legs, like did all that, which I needed to do anyway. I have my TBR jar because honestly, I don't know what book to pick up next, and probably in the amount of time I have left for both today and tomorrow, I can finish another book. So I don't really want to start into my October official TBR, so I figured TBR jar, perfect opportunity, make it nice and random, and then I'll pick up a book that I probably wouldn't have picked up otherwise this month. So we're gonna go with this one, a thrifted book. Okay, for me this means any book that I did not pay full price for. Or like bought new, basically. So let me look at my TBR and see what stands out that falls into this parameter. All right, I think I'm gonna do Things We Do in the Dark by Jennifer Hillier because this is a thriller, so I will hopefully read it pretty quickly. I've heard lots of positive things on this author, not necessarily on this book. And then as for the thrifted aspect of this, I actually bought this from a friend of a friend for super cheap. Let me see what this is actually about. Oh, okay, yes. This is the story about a woman who is arrested holding a straight razor over her husband who is dead. And he is some sort of a celebrity and it brings a bunch of attention to her. It's like somehow tied to a past timeline or something. I don't know. I don't want to know too much. It's a thriller, so let's dive in. Let's see how this goes. Hello, look at me, like actually looking all done up for an update once. So it's Saturday night and here soon I will be heading out to the haunted house with Josh and his family. But I have hit the halfway point into Things We Do in the Dark. I had to take a break so I could film an update for this because actually I do have a video plan for this that I did not realize at first. But luckily I am pushing like 6 hours. That's awesome. Great. I did sort of cheat. I mentioned at the beginning of this video that the plan was not to let audiobooks count for my time. I was only going to be physically reading. I did not do that here. To be fair, I did read like probably the first 75 pages physically, or I also had the ebook. But once I had to like actually start getting ready, I was pretty engaged with the story. I didn't want to stop yet. So I downloaded the audiobook and continued listening until I hit the halfway point. I'm not gonna feel too bad about it because I have to read so much today, okay? However, like I said, I also got the ebook version of this from my library, and that is because, you know, my phone is a lot easier to bring around with me, and it's gonna be a bit of a drive to that haunted house, and then also, it's the first weekend of the season, so it shouldn't be too busy, but chances are there will be a bit of a line. I can also read on my phone in line. Bang, I can continue working on this. That's perfect. That's what I want. That's what I need so I can hopefully actually finish out these 9 hours today. The rolling over idea was the biggest pain. Maybe I should have just not done that. I should have just been like, you know, I didn't hit it. Oh, that's so sad, but damn it, past Nat. So now that I filmed that halfway update, until I have to leave, I'm gonna continue reading this. I will say this isn't like fantastic, but it's not bad. I'm having a good enough time reading it. It's just probably not gonna be a new favorite thriller. Hey guys, so back from the haunted house. I did actually get some read while we were driving. I probably have like roughly 50 pages left into Things We Do in the Dark. I'll be honest, I've hit the point where I don't care care about what the author seems to think I care about. Two mysteries happening, one of which we sort of already have answers to, and the other we don't. For some reason, it feels like the mystery we already have answers to is the one that's getting majority of the focus. It's more like just confirming everything you've suspected. Because of that, I've skimmed a lot of the last 75 pages that I've read. I feel like you could have given me those answers so much faster and instead turned the story back to what's actually more intriguing. The mystery that doesn't have any answers so far. I'm gonna continue working on this. I have roughly 2 hours left of my time. I don't think it'll take me 2 hours to finish 50 pages, so I'm gonna finish this, and then honestly, I think I will do another TBR jar pull because that actually kind of worked out well. Hey again. So I got all comfortable, I laid out on the couch, and then I realized this might have been a mistake because I was concerned about falling asleep. So instead of physically reading, I listened to the audio to finish out Things We Do in the Dark, and this was fine. I think the author did too good a job of laying out clues for the twist that took place at the halfway point and then the final twist, because neither of those were shocking to me. Like, I put that together so quickly. Finale in this was very satisfying. I did really enjoy that. Next up though, we're gonna pick a prompt from our jar for my next read because I still have an hour left for tonight. And then hopefully I'll get that done. So I will only have to read 7 hours tomorrow. Only 7 hours, which is good because I also have to do some editing for Monday's video. That has not been finished, unfortunately. Oh God, I'm a mess. Okay, anyway, so picking the next prompt. What's this? One-word title. Ooh, do I even have any one-word titles? All right, so it took me a second just because I was trying to look at something that was more fall-esque, and I literally have one book, Horror Store by Grady Hendrix, which, you know, I'm not super mad about because, again, priority with this video was to physically read, and seeing as how this is told in this super funky format, I actually did want to physically read it. It is pretty hilarious to me that it's done like an IKEA catalog, and I want to see how, or if I should clarify, that's actually utilized within the story. I will say I am gonna be so happy to return to my usual routine on Monday and not have to be constantly trying to physically read anytime I get a second. This was the first audiobook I've listened to all week, which is really weird for me because majority of the time, I feel like I always have to have an audiobook going, but I've just been listening to my October playlist and it's strange. I don't know what to do with myself. Good morning. So, guess what? I actually did it. I can't believe it. I'm a little in awe, but I managed to read for 9 hours and 19 minutes yesterday. If I'm being extremely honest, that last 10 minutes might be an over-exaggeration because I was really clinging on to consciousness. When I stopped the timer, it was at that time. I'm saying it counts because that was so much reading yesterday. I say yesterday, technically kind of was also today because it was at 2 a.m. Like I showed y'all, I had started into Horror Store by Grady Hendrix and I got to 60 pages in. I am liking how this is set up. The chapter breaks will have a piece of furniture that'll be utilized or talked about in the chapter. So that's pretty entertaining. All I can think is this gives me Superstore vibes and instead a IKEA knockoff. The main character's name is also Amy, which is arguably the main character of Superstore. I guess no, Jonah might be more of the main character. Whatever, Amy's one of the main characters. But I'm at the point now where they are spending the night at the Orsk is what it's called, and they're trying to figure out what weird stuff is happening because every night, for some reason, merchandise is being destroyed. She, along with another associate and then a manager, are spending the night there and trying to catch somebody who they think is breaking in and causing all of this damage. Yeah, so I'm liking it. I'm working through it pretty quickly. Today is October 1st, which for October, I was planning to do my Spookopoly rolls for my TBR as I go. Meaning, if I finish this book and I still have time left over, I am going to pick up the first book I will be reading for Spookopoly, which is Far Wilder Magic. I'm not gonna go get it, it's over there. This is just me forewarning y'all. Faith, can I help you? This is me telling y'all ahead of time that if I finish this, chances are I already know what book I'm picking up next. So I am officially gonna get started on this time, probably until I get hungry. Hey y'all, I have about 4 hours left, but I finished Horror Store and I really enjoyed this actually. It felt like a B-rated horror movie, and I mean that as a compliment. So it wasn't like the most terrifying thing. The commentary wasn't covering anything like super serious, showcasing you in a horrific way of how working retail really sucks and the experience of it can really just chew you up and spit you back out. Actually, it's kind of perfect description given like certain events in the story. If I look into some of the specifics of the plot, I can sort of poke holes. I feel like there's some stuff that wasn't really as explored as I would have liked it to be, but all in all, I did really enjoy this. I'm definitely probably gonna try and make Josh read this because I think he would really like it too. If you've ever worked retail, I feel like just this is feelings in this that are so relatable. Also, the fact that it was so strangely similar to Superstore at times in very different contexts, very different genres, but just certain aspects would remind me of Superstore episodes, and I just find that very entertaining. Furniture pieces started to get more terrifying as you went on, and I thought that was very clever as well. Fit with what was happening in the story perfectly. That one is finished, so I'm gonna start into A Far Wilder Magic by Allison Saft, which is about 372 pages. Probably read a decent chunk into it. I've actually been going back and forth between reading and then like being productive, doing laundry and cleaning and editing. So I'm gonna continue doing that. I've been using like the Pomodoro method, so that's been helping out, and then it actually gives me occasional breaks. I don't feel like I'm just going out of my mind reading and sitting in one place constantly. On that note, I need to start up my next timer and get some editing done, and then we will start into this beauty. Hey y'all, happy Monday. I officially finished out this video last night. I actually went over my time yesterday because I was so sucked into Far Wilder Magic. That is a big plus. Now, I thought I would do a final round out of this video because this is the stack of books I read last week. I mean, obviously, yes, I did, unfortunately, DNF City of Brass, and I only read a part of Fastest Way to Fall. But this is still a solid stack. That's a lot of books. This is definitely putting into perspective how much time I waste on my phone and how much physical reading time I could actually have if I, prioritized it. Figured it'd be kind of fun to just walk you through all of the books that I read this week. So as I mentioned, I finished out Fastest Way to Fall. I read Spy Family Volume 3 by Tatsuya Endo. That's backwards. Obviously this is a manga, so it didn't take nearly as long, but still got it read. Vampires of El Norte by Isabel Cañas, which I adored. The DNF That Still Hurts, City of Brass, ouch. I'm still sad. Cackle by Rachel Harrison, which honestly put me in such a good mood. I just like treated myself after I finished this, and I'm still so glad this book could do that for me. Things We Do in the Dark by Jennifer Hillier, which is a book that I read. I'll leave it at that. Horror Store by Grady Hendrix, something I was not anticipating to pick up, but actually really enjoyed. And then I got a fair way into Far Wilder Magic. So I got 138 pages in, and I am enjoying this. I'm really enjoying this, actually. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna drop this. This is such a good stack last week. I can't believe it. Well, this version was me converting my screen time to reading time. I do have plans for reading a page for every time I pick up my phone. Let me know in the comments down below if you are interested in that, and I might push it up the priority list. All right, y'all, so that is it for today. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. I really appreciate it. Make sure to hit like and subscribe down below. I have all my socials as well as a few ways you can support me linked in the description. I come out with videos on Monday and Friday, but until then, I hope you continue to have a terrific day. Love you, bye!